squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah.
All right, Coach. Well, sunny Southern California is anything but on this afternoon. Gray skies and rain in the forecast here at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Go! The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 at the 27-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Prescott. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the foot. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. To throw is Prescott. They will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Prescott. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 13-yard line. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. It's a give to Freeman running right. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Check, no. Check 13. Check 9.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's Breeze to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Chiefs.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
The run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ricky.
Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
54. Let's go, D.
Now Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st down, it's Freeman. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, he's just a whole lot of guy.
He is a rep, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were able to stop him at the line on 1st down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the 2nd try.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And Eifert has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And a 1st down, Chiefs.
Ready. 95, 56.
Double dog. That's the way.
Over.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 down at the 33.
Come on. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Shift.
Now Kamara works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the Chargers' 29-yard line.
From the 29, Breeze, and he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now a first carry for the backup, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that will get them 1 closer.
Chargers 15, Chiefs 7.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Hey, come on, now, come on.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Prescott now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Prescott now. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team that had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
8 yards here, so that gets them back within striking distance. And now it's third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. He's going to look deep now for Landry. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He's got a man, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half. Prescott. He's airing it out for Sanu. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Oh, you got deep? No. Jim.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And Jeffrey's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception.
59, Mike to 59. I know he ain't got it. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill.
They'll run. This is Kamara. Von Bell up to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing now is Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's fourth. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Freeman again. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing, Prescott. He's got Sanu. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better. Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Prescott. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Prescott now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Here's Prescott. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And caught by Thomas for a Charger touchdown. Demaryius Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
He missed it again. The fourth time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I've been talking about offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if somebody got to be casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Breeze. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On the ground, Kamara uses the stiff arm. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
5'8", 5'8". He can't hang. He's not going to go.
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready. Yellow lady, yellow lady. Right here, right? Break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Toss play, Kamara. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Breeze got his man. It's Eifert. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 14.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Gets fielded in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. Now a hit and a loose football.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
39 yards there, a big one.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
It's going to be a long day.
Prescott from the gun. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd down. 3rd and 14.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Jenkins, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. So we got man.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Chiefs 13.